Cool. So today I'm going to be talking about exactly how I make my winning native ads and kind of my psychology and thought process that goes into the copywriting itself. Because I feel like a lot of people, they look for like a magic prompt in like a free Discord and a free Telegram, then they slap it into Claude, and whatever Claude gives you, they just slap it into the ad account, the first thing that Claude gives you. But Claude's first output is never the best, so you should always have a benchmark to go off of, so you're actually able to differentiate if Claude's piece of copy is like a good piece of copy or a bad piece of copy. But nobody has a clear benchmark on what's a good piece of copy or a bad one, which is why they just take the first output that Claude gives them and slap it into the ad account, and they're wondering why they have high CPMs and CPCs. But just to show you guys the results, this is one of the stores that I first tested my natives on, and I was able to scale it to 100K. But I already did a case study on that, so I'm just going to show you a recent store. I launched this on the 25th of May, and within 4 days, or within 3 days actually, I was able to hit my first 1K day. And I'll show you guys the ad metrics, May 25th. I launched 3 ad sets, all natives, and these were all native ads. Second day, May 26th, all native ads. May 27th, all native ads, and we were able to hit our first 1K day at a 3.3 ROAS. This is CAD, by the way, and this is USD, but nonetheless, the results speak for themselves. So let's get straight into it. Now, I broke it down into 3 sections, so it's more organized, and you guys can actually have a structure when actually writing the copy. So I'll go through each one, as this is my blueprint of an actual high converting native ad copy that performs well or has a higher probability of performing well over just a piece of ad copy without any structure to it. And I'll give you guys this whole doc later so you guys can paste it into Claude when writing your ad copy, so Claude can actually have a benchmark to follow when writing the copy, and you guys can have something to go off of as well to be able to differentiate between a good and a bad piece of copy. But starting with section 1, this is where you earn the right to read. So we've all heard everybody talk about hooks and how important hooks are, and that's because they actually are. They're the first 3 lines of your actual copy, this scroll stopper. So if you look here in the ad account, this is your hook. Like whatever people can see above the fold is your hook. And these 3 or 4 lines have to be super intriguing to your target avatar or target customer for them to be able to click see more and read the rest of the essay, right? If you guys aren't able to stop the scroll within the first 3 to 4 lines, and they just scroll past, whatever you write below here, guys, will not matter at all because they're just not going to read it. Which is why your hook has to be super strong. And then after the hook, it goes into something called the lead. And this is where you bridge into the actual story itself. Because once again, native ads are stories at the end of the day. And with the lead, these are divided into 3 sections. You open with a problem the reader instantly recognizes or one of its symptoms. And then you twist it with a line like, the worst part of the problem isn't this obvious thing, it's actually something underneath it. An example of this would be, for example, if you're selling like hair serum or like hair supplements for people with hair loss, people who are struggling with hair loss, you can say, oh, the worst part of losing hair isn't the balding itself or the receding hairline. It's actually that it's affecting my relationship with my girlfriend or my wife, you know? So there has to be a deeper problem underneath it, underneath the actual surface level problem. And then you got to go into a breaking point or a rock bottom moment that the actual narrator goes through. This can look something like, and I'm going off of the previous example, this can look something like, oh, and then one dinner, my girlfriend called me out. We were having dinner, and at the end of the dinner, she said she wanted to break up with me because she was too embarrassed to be seen with me because my hairline is receding and it's just done for. It's just finished, right? So that could be somebody's, like a narrator's breaking point, rock bottom moment. And then section 2 is where you actually build the belief. Because since you got their eyes now on the actual copy and they're reading through, given that you guys are actually creating copy with open loops and everything, you have to earn their trust. Because without trust, they're never going to be able to put in their credit card information to purchase your product. So this is almost the most important part of the actual copy itself, besides the hook, because this is where you introduce, number 1, new information on the problem, new information on the solution, the product discovery, and the results. What do I mean by that? So number 1, people on Facebook have been advertised to so many times, right? They've been burned by so many dropshippers, so many scammers. So now they're more used to seeing all the claims that these different brands make. For example, someone who's struggling with hair loss, they have seen the claims before that somebody's hair serum or somebody's like hair, I don't know, like a light is going to grow their hair back. They've seen it, they bought it before. Now they're completely sophisticated, right? So this is why you have to have a clear point or like a new piece of information or on the actual problem itself, right? You have to educate them. Number 1, to put yourself as an authority. Number 2, to educate them on why the previous products have not worked for them. And then number 2, you have to introduce a new information on the solution, your solution specifically, and how your solution is different and how your solution is able to fix their problem or more importantly, how your solution is able to fix this new information of the problem that you introduced, right? So this new information of the problem is important, but the new information on the solution is even more important because this has to be able to fix whatever you introduce here. I'll give you guys an example actually. So this can look something like you guys have been using hair serums. The reason why it didn't work, new information on the problem, is because hair serums only target your hair at the surface, but our solution, we're selling a hair supplement, and this hair supplement targets your hair at the roots internally, which is why it will actually fix it this time around. Now, it's not that easy, but I'm just trying to get the point across, right? So this is how you can introduce a new piece of information on the problem and the solution, and then the product discovery. This can sound something like, this is where you actually introduce your product, right? So this is where you can be like, oh, I found this brand that actually has this ingredient that actually targets your hair at the roots, which is called XYZ, like, I don't know, oil of oregano, and it actually does it. Product discovery, it's called, I don't know, davinxchoi's hair serum or hair supplement. And the results I got were extraordinary. Day 1, I didn't really see anything, but starting from day 7 and then month 2, month 3, I started to see my hair grow back in spots that were balding, which was super cool. So you show off the results. Now, the last section is where you actually convert the belief that you gained here, and now you're just trying to get them to buy. Click the button, go through to your advertorial, listicle, landing page, or wherever you want to send the traffic to. But it usually consists of these sections: the offer plus bonus. This can be something like, oh, they had a buy one get one, so I was just like, why not, and I bought it. Or a guarantee, like they had a 90-day money back guarantee, and I was skeptical, but I was just like, okay, what can I lose? Urgency and future pacing, this kind of goes together. I usually like to do crossroad closes because crossroad closes they have urgency and future pacing within them. And what it sounds like is, so you can take path A, which will lead you to more balding hair. Like you can decide to not take action right now and then just like have a bad relationship with your future girlfriends for the rest of your life. Or path B, you can actually buy the supplement, grow your hair back, and have an amazing relationship with your future girlfriends. And then obviously the call to action sounds something like, okay, I'll leave the link below. Now, just by me explaining it might have been a bit confusing. So I'm going to put one of these ad copies into Claude whilst giving it this benchmark so we can kind of see what that actually looks like in real time. So here, I'm going to copy this, put it into Claude. Here, I'm going to go here, Command A, copy this whole thing, and then put it here and be like, for the ad copy above, can you label each section following the benchmark that I gave you below the ad copy? And we're just going to wait for the output. So yeah, this is what Claude gave back, and it kind of labeled each section based on the benchmark that I provided. So let's take a look. This is the copy that we found on the ad library here, and I'm just gonna guess it's like profitable because they kept it on for 20 days. So yeah, earn the right to be read. If you're waking up with sinus pressure, your face throbs, symptom stat call out, this is the hook. Cool. Lead problem: because I lost 22 months of my life and $4,800. I'm 52, used to be social, blah, blah, blah. Problem recognition. The deeper wound: I felt like I was disappearing, like I was becoming fragile, unreliable. The mom who was always having to leave early. This is a deeper wound. This is something beneath the actual surface layer problem, right, that we were talking about. And then the breaking point: the bridal shower exit, crying in the car with an ice pack. Okay, cool. 2 rock bottom scenes. Yeah, they had 2 rock bottom scenes. Now, here, they provide new information on the actual problem. So now this, it's a sinus inflammation loop, swelling blocks, drainage, blah, blah, blah. New information on solution: your sinus tissues need circulation to heal. And I bet you right here, someone recommended a specific device delivers therapeutic heat at the exact temperature range. And then it's gonna help circulate the actual healing process. Results: day by day, day 4, day 9, day 12. They have all this in their copy. Cool. Convert the belief. Offer temper 15 minutes every meet. Okay, cool. Risk free, for 30 days. Future pacing: last week I went to my daughter's wedding. Urgency: don't lose another 2 years like I did. Call to action: they put the link here to the page that they're sending their traffic to. So yeah, everything follows this structure if you actually want it to be a successful ad copy, right? Now I'll link this right here for you guys to read over more in detail. But yeah, so whenever you guys do write a piece of ad copy, you guys can genuinely just copy paste this whole thing, put it into Claude, and ask Claude to store this in their memory forever if you guys are using Cowork. And yeah, follow this benchmark whenever they actually write a piece of ad copy. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you guys want $3,500 worth of ecom tools, including like Claude that I just used, Higgsfield, Get Hooked, etc. for just 29 bucks. I'll put the link in my description, and you guys can always ask me questions through X or Instagram, preferably Instagram at davinxchoi. And I'll even put this document in the link below as well, so you guys can find everything there. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope everything was super helpful and you guys can actually print with your native ads now. Thank you for watching.